What if I told you that some of the habitual behaviors we do every morning can quietly, like silent pests, wreak havoc on your health, undermining it day after day? Have you ever wondered why just one seemingly insignificant habit, firmly ingrained in your morning routine, can become an insidious cause of sudden fatigue, agonizing dizziness, or even lead to serious, long-term health problems you never knew you had? My name is William. When I was a student at the University of Chicago Pritzker School of Medicine, I learned the most important aspects for a happy old age. Hopefully, some of you will really find these simple but effective tips helpful. Seemingly simple, routine actions that we perform almost automatically, without thinking about their consequences, can actually play a key, decisive role in our overall health, especially if you are over 60, 70, or even 80 years old. When the body becomes more sensitive to external influences and requires special attention. In Buddhism, an ancient philosophy that goes back centuries, it is believed that every morning is a unique opportunity to start life with a clean slate, like an artist starting a new painting, to choose the path of peace, harmony, and inner balance, putting aside all the worries and concerns of the past. However, in order to truly seize this opportunity, it is important to avoid those insidious habits that subtly but surely throw your precious body and fragile mind out of balance, disturbing your inner harmony and robbing you of vitality. The story of a friend of mine, which I recently had the honor of hearing, is a vivid and instructive illustration of this truth. She is 68 years old, and despite her age, she remains a vivacious, energetic, and active woman who radiates vitality and optimism. She is 68 years old, and despite her age, she remains a vivacious, energetic, and active woman who radiates vitality and optimism. Every morning, she began in much the same way, as if she had a set routine. She jumped out of bed without giving her body time to wake up smoothly, drank a cup of strong, scalding coffee on an empty stomach, not caring to protect her stomach, and immediately began an intense, exhausting exercise without first warming up her muscles and joints. "I've been doing that all my life, and nothing bad has ever happened to me," she said confidently and carelessly, unaware of the hidden dangers that lurked in her habitual routine. One morning, however, things didn't go according to plan, disrupting the usual course of events. After a particularly intense physical activity, her friend suddenly felt very dizzy. The world around her swam, and she lost her balance, falling to the floor. This unpleasant and frightening incident made her finally reconsider her ingrained habits, which, as it turned out, were far from being as harmless as she naively believed, and could lead to serious consequences for her health. Today I will tell you in detail about what you should never, under no circumstances, should not do in the morning, so as not to harm your health, as well as about those insidious habits, which, if they are not changed and not eradicated in time, can cause irreparable damage to your physical, emotional, and spiritual state, depriving you of the joy of life and energy. Morning habits may seem like something insignificant, not worthy of special attention, but in fact, they play a crucial, vital role in our overall health and well-being, determining how we will feel throughout the day and how long we will remain active and energetic. First things first, never, under any circumstances, skip water in the morning. Water is truly life. It is the source of all life on earth. We hear this simple but important phrase throughout our lives since childhood. But unfortunately, many of us, especially in old age, when the need for water increases, underestimate its great importance for our health and well-being. After a long night's sleep, when the body is at rest, it experiences an acute fluid deficit, like parched earth thirsting for life-giving moisture. While we sleep, we imperceptibly lose up to 500 milliliters of water through natural processes such as breathing, sweating, and metabolic processes in our body. But have you ever thought deeply about what actually happens to your body if you don't make up for this inevitable fluid loss in the morning? If you don't give it the amount of water it needs to function properly? Why is this so important? Why does water play such a key role in our health? Dehydration after sleep, even slight, negatively and detrimentally affects the functioning of the most important organs and systems of our body, such as the heart, kidneys, brain, and all other systems that ensure our vital activity. This is especially dangerous and critical for the elderly, whose natural fluid levels in their tissues unfortunately decrease with age, making them more vulnerable to the effects of dehydration. Lack of water in the body can cause an uncomfortable feeling of weakness, agonizing dizziness, dry and flaky skin, loss of elasticity, and can also lead to serious malfunctions in the digestive system, causing constipation and other problems. Make water your first, most important morning habit. Don't put it off until later. Drink a glass of warm, not cold, water immediately upon waking up, before you even get out of bed. If you want to improve the taste of the water and add additional health benefits, you can add a slice of fresh lemon, a teaspoon of natural honey, or some grated ginger, which has warming and anti-inflammatory properties. This simple but very effective ritual will help your body gently and gradually wake up, start all vital processes, improve metabolism, speed up metabolism, and create a solid foundation for your health and well-being for the whole day. Second, never, under any circumstances, get out of bed abruptly, especially if you are no longer young. Right after waking up, when we feel a rush of energy and the desire to start a new day, we often want to jump out of bed quickly and get right down to business. But for people over the age of 60, 70, or even 80, when the body becomes more fragile and vulnerable, this can cause serious health problems they don't even realize they have. A sudden and abrupt transition from a horizontal position in which the body was all night to a vertical position when we stand on our feet puts a significant load on the cardiovascular system, which has not yet had time to fully wake up and adapt to the new conditions, and can cause severe dizziness, loss of balance, and even lead to falls and injuries. Why does this happen? What is the mechanism of this phenomenon? At night, when we sleep, the cardiovascular system slows down its work, like an idling motor. Blood circulates more slowly through the blood vessels, and blood pressure naturally drops to allow the body to rest and recover. Eisheig. In young people, whose bodies are highly adaptable, the body adapts quickly and easily to changes in position, but as we age, this valuable ability unfortunately declines, making older people more susceptible to sudden changes in blood pressure. As a result, getting out of bed abruptly can lead to a condition in which blood pressure drops sharply, causing weakness, dizziness, dimming of the eyes, and even loss of consciousness. Therefore, after waking up, Take your time and don't rush to jump out of bed. Take a few deep, slow breaths and exhalations to saturate the body with oxygen. Gently and smoothly stretch your whole body. Gently knead the muscles of the neck, arms, and legs without getting out of bed. Then slowly, without sudden movements, sit on the edge of the bed and sit for a few minutes, allowing your body to gradually and smoothly adapt to the upright position, giving it time to wake up and prepare for a new day. This simple but very important action greatly reduces the strain on your heart and blood vessels and helps avoid unpleasant and dangerous symptoms such as dizziness and loss of balance. Third, never, under any circumstances, skip breakfast, especially if you are concerned about your health and longevity. Breakfast is truly fuel, vital energy for your body, much like gasoline for a car. But many people, unfortunately, neglect this important meal, especially in adulthood and old age, when appetite may be decreasing. Breakfast is truly fuel, vital energy for your body, much like gasoline for a car. But many people, unfortunately, neglect this important meal, especially in adulthood and old age, when appetite may be decreasing. You may think that you can easily get by with just a cup of flavored coffee in the morning, and that will be enough to perk you up and start the day. But such a habit can have a negative and detrimental effect on your health in the long run, leading to various problems. Why is breakfast so important? Why does it play such a key role in our health? At night, while we sleep, the body uses up the energy it has stored during the day, and in the morning, it needs to replenish itself. If you skip breakfast, it will lead to low blood sugar levels, low energy levels, and impaired cognitive functions, such as concentration and memory. In addition, regularly ignoring breakfast can contribute to excess weight gain, as you are likely to feel very hungry later in the day and overeat to compensate for the lack of nutrients. If you skip breakfast, it will lead to low blood sugar levels, low energy levels, and impaired cognitive functions, such as concentration and memory. In addition, regularly ignoring breakfast can contribute to excess weight gain, as you are likely to feel very hungry later in the day and overeat to compensate for the lack of nutrients. So what should you include in your breakfast to make it truly healthy and nutritious? A balanced breakfast should definitely contain proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates that provide your body with energy for a long time. Proteins such as eggs, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt are the building blocks for our cells and help maintain a feeling of satiety. Complex carbohydrates such as oatmeal, whole grain bread provide the body with long-lasting energy, unlike simple carbohydrates, which are quickly digested and cause a spike in blood sugar. Healthy fats such as nuts, avocados, and olive oil are essential for proper brain and cardiovascular function. Don't forget to add fresh fruits or berries to your breakfast, which are a great source of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber needed for the normal functioning of the digestive system. For example, oatmeal cooked on water or milk with a handful of nuts and fresh berries is the perfect way to start the day, providing the body with all the necessary nutrients. Fourth, never start your day with vigorous exercise, especially if you are in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. Physical activity is certainly necessary to maintain health and wellness, but morning is not the best time for intense exercise, especially if you have just woken up and your body is not yet fully prepared for the strain. Our bodies need a gradual and gentle awakening, and sudden, intense exercise can seriously harm your joints, heart, and muscles, increasing the risk of injury and damage. Why is it harmful? What are the risks? After a night's sleep, when the body is at rest and relaxed, muscles are relaxed, and joints are immobile, intense exercise at this time greatly increases the risk of injuries, such as sprains, strains, and ligament tears, and overloads the cardiovascular system, which has not yet had time to fully wake up and adapt to activity. If you exercise on an empty stomach without breakfast, it can provoke a sharp drop in blood sugar levels, leading to dizziness, weakness, or even fainting. So what should you do to start your day off right with physical activity? Start your morning with a gentle and light warm-up, or yoga, to help wake up your body, prepare it for the activity ahead, and improve circulation. Do a few simple stretching exercises to help wake up your muscles, improve flexibility, and prepare your body for more intense activity. The main workout, if you plan it. It is better to carry out a couple of hours after breakfast when your body is fully awake, energized, and ready for physical activity. The main workout, if you plan it. It is better to carry out a couple of hours after breakfast when your body is fully awake, energized, and ready for physical activity. Fifth, never drink coffee on an empty stomach, especially if you have problems with the gastrointestinal tract. Coffee is a favorite drink of millions of people around the world, which helps to cheer up and wake up in the morning. But in the morning, on an empty stomach, it can cause serious damage to your health, causing various digestive problems. Coffee is a favorite drink of millions of people around the world, which helps to cheer up and wake up in the morning. But in the morning, on an empty stomach, it can cause serious damage to your health, causing various digestive problems. How is it dangerous? What are the consequences? The caffeine in coffee stimulates the production of gastric juice, which is necessary for digestion. If you drink coffee on an empty stomach, when there is no food in the stomach, this gastric juice begins to irritate the mucous membrane of the stomach, provoking heartburn, gastritis, and increasing the risk of ulcers. In addition, coffee causes spikes in blood pressure, which is especially dangerous for people suffering from hypertension or other cardiovascular diseases. The caffeine in coffee stimulates the production of gastric juice, which is necessary for digestion. If you drink coffee on an empty stomach, when there is no food in the stomach, this gastric juice begins to irritate the mucous membrane of the stomach, provoking heartburn, gastritis, and increasing the risk of ulcers. In addition, coffee causes spikes in blood pressure, which is especially dangerous for people suffering from hypertension or other cardiovascular diseases. So how to drink coffee properly so as not to harm your health? Do not completely abandon the morning cup of coffee if you cannot imagine your morning without it. Just drink it 30 or 60 minutes after breakfast when the stomach already has food in it, which will protect its mucous membrane from the irritating effect of caffeine. Adding milk or cream to coffee will also help to reduce the acidity of the beverage and make it gentler on the stomach. You can also alternate coffee with herbal teas or chicory-based drinks, which have a mild tonic effect and do not contain caffeine. Every morning is a new opportunity for your health, a chance to start the day right and take care of your body and mind. But only if you start your day by taking care of your body and mind, listening to its needs, and avoiding bad habits. Remember, proper and healthy habits will help you feel better, be more alert and energetic, live a long active, and full life filled with joy and happiness. Share this video with your friends and family, because the knowledge I share can benefit everyone who strives for a healthy lifestyle and longevity. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and share it with your friends and family. Your support means the world to me. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos on health, longevity, and quality of life. I will regularly post useful tips and recommendations to help you stay active and energetic at any age. And of course, I'm always happy to hear your comments. Tell me which of these habits you already practice, and which ones you would like to incorporate into your life. Share your stories and experiences, because together we can inspire each other to live healthier lives. Thank you for joining me. See you in the new videos.